Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome to another video. If you're new here, just welcome in general. If you're not new, welcome back. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe so you can make sure to get all this content that I'm going to do. I pretty much release a video a day. Okay, so I want to start this off by, because not a whole lot of people watched the last video I put up yesterday, probably because it's New Year's and all. But I wanted to say I'm going to be extending the voting for the logo because a lot of people weren't really keen on the logo I had. So people were talking about they wanted to submit a logo. So I'm going to accept logos. If you guys want to send them to my email, go ahead, and we will keep the voting open until next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. And so if you have a logo design you would like to submit, go ahead and send it to my email. And if I don't receive any, then I'm just gonna go ahead and pick the one that got the most votes, which is number 1 so far. So just if you want, go ahead and submit one. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, so here we are. Starting with Patrick again. As of 12/31/2019, he still owes $288.50, and he's still asking for money for all kinds of things. He was able to get bail. He was able to do all this stuff. Yet he still won't pay his fine. You know, it's just something he's going to do. It's Patrick. He's going to do it. He wants, what, a little $800, $900 phone. So, you know, but he still owes. All right, so I was also able to, with the help of another person that is really out to get the truth, I was able to come up with another person to owe some funds. Hey. So here we are, guys. Douglas Scott Hutton apparently owes about $7K in fines. And this dates back to 2012. And these numbers have been verified through the courts. So he still owes us money. And this is, that's a lot of money. And so I figure if I'm going to go ahead and, point out, if I'm going to, you know, talk about Patrick and his, I should talk about this as well. And you know what? Absolutely correct. So here I am talking about it. Doug, you owe about $7,000. Your license has been suspended. And, you know, it's a wonder why. I mean, if you owe fines like this, that's usually what they tend to do. It's a way they help collect past due fines. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that as well as Patrick's. All right, moving on. Okay, guys. So first up, we're going to take a look at Auditing America. Auditing America was out in full force today, and he recorded a video. Let's go and see how that video went.
I'm working on a video about the city building. Is this the city building?
Technically, this is a state building.
Who funds the state?
Everyone that lives in the state. Can you
Okay,
not
so I live.
Can you not videotape me? I'm asking you nicely.
But what's the problem with my camera?
Because I don't want to be.
You want to speak over here?
I don't want to be on social media. That's why.
You're on camera everywhere you go.
But I don't want to be on social media.
Well, you should have thought about that before working for the public. There's a public place. Don't you think?
But you no,
Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude.
No,
I'm just
but
working on a video about the city building. You know, this is the DMV.
This is the state, not a city. It's a state building.
Okay, but we're in. This is what city are we in? Are we in Narragansett?
You're not in Narragansett. You're in Wakefield.
Wakefield. Okay, cool.
The town of Wakefield.
It's a town. Okay, we're just working on a video about the town of Wakefield.
But I understand that. But technically, you're supposed to come in and ask if you can videotape. And
Since when? It's a first.
Since when?
It's a First Amendment right.
What, videotape it?
Yes.
Where?
Freedom
I
of.
see it. Show it.
You don't know your First Amendment?
Show
It's
it.
freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of the press.
You're not part of the press. Let me
Yes.
get your press
Yes.
pass.
Press pass. Come on.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
What
I won
agents?
that in the 4 different cities of the state.
No one.
And I want to go down Capitol
Hold on.
Police.
No one issues press credentials. If you're independent, you're your own boss. The only way I could get press credentials is if I work for like Channel 10 or if I work for somebody. But we all have to.
Okay, guys, so he made a big claim. You have to work for like Channel 10 or Channel 40 or Channel 3 or whatever to get press credentials. I'm wondering, is that true? Let's do a little research. Okay, guys, I just put in a simple search in Google, how to get press credentials. Here we go right here. How to get press credentials. Method 1, getting a press pass for special events. Research the event beforehand, special events, prepare your credentials, make contact with the press. Oh, yeah, hold on. How to get freelance. Here we go. So, here we go. NPPA. So yeah, if you sign up for this news agency right here, NPPA, they'll give you a free press pass. I mean, it'll be a photo ID. They even do event credentials. They do government issued ID. This right here, it says news organizations generally issue their own ID cards to identify employees and in some cases freelancers as working for that organization. Many photographers have created their own IDs using Photoshop and a laminated luggage tag such as the ones available here. Sitting press or media on the ID along with your name, photo, company name, if you have one, may assist you in identifying yourself but will not necessarily provide any additional privilege or access beyond what is available to the general public. Do not make any false statements on the card, such as the name of an organization or company that you do not represent. So there's one. That's one that'll allow you to do it. Let's go to. Look, the United States Press Agency. All right, who qualifies for a press pass? Anyone who is working as a journalist, whether part-time or full-time, may apply for a press pass. Many journalism associations only accept members who are full-time practicing journalists. However, the number of journalists who have side jobs as editors, PR representatives, press photographers, or bloggers is increasing. So there you go. He is wrong. It costs you money, but you can do it totally. So Anselmo, you are spreading misinformation yet again. Congratulations, bud. Well, guys, so far, Team Auditing America isn't off to the best start to this new year. So let's go ahead and go to another member of the Auditing America team, Auditing the USA, to see if he can kind of salvage things. Of course, this wasn't on New Year's Day. I believe this was New Year's Eve, it seems. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
So you're on emergency call.
It's not emergency, it's for fireworks.
Okay, because usually you guys have to be emergency capacity to park as an emergency vehicle. So if you're not in emergency capacity, you can't park like this.
Okay, well, if you have an issue with it, you can call the SPD headquarters and talk to...
We'll have other ways of dealing with it, because usually the internal systems don't work, so we build our own platforms to, So I'm going to talk to this guy and see what's...
All right, have a good night.
Yep.
Happy New Year.
Hi.
Hi,
You're parking enforcement?
I am.
So, just wondering why you're parked here.
We're staged for the fireworks show.
Okay. So, if I was to park here, you guys would boot my car and you would tow it and ticket it.
I wouldn't have a reason to tow it. Why would I
They
have a
would
reason
tow
to
it. I've many times it's happened. So, this is a load and unload zone only. You are not loading and unloading, right?
Let me look at the sign, sir.
30-minute load and unload.
30-minute load, unload, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
After 6 p.m. it's free parking.
Where does it say free parking?
It It doesn't say anything else. It's only, this sign is only enforced between 7 a.m.
Right, but if it was
6
me,
p.m.
you guys would ticket and tow it.
No, sir. The tickets will have a time stamp on there that says what time that ticket was issued at.
Okay, because I don't know. I just got booted the other day, you know, and that
Unfortunately,
cost.
sir, I wasn't the one who booted it, and I don't know.
You weren't the one to boot it, but still, you know, you guys are public servants. You guys are supposed to live up to your expectations as public servants.
Okay, agreed. Like I said, this sign is only enforceable between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. except for Sundays and holidays.
Okay, so what about? I mean, he's not on emergency call either, and he's parked here, you know. So
He's also staged for the fireworks show.
right, but he's not on emergency call. So why can't he find like another parking spot? Like, there's another guy there.
Well, I don't know who's over there, but he's allowed to park here too. The sign's only enforceable between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. sir. That's the only time it's enforceable.
I mean, it doesn't say that, right?
Yes, it does. Well, 30-minute load unload only between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Right, but it
After
doesn't.
that, it's free parking. It's
It doesn't say
unenforceable.
free parking though.
The sign's unenforceable after that, sir.
I mean, you guys wouldn't let me get away with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it would. Why not?
I don't know.
I mean, the sign clearly marks 7 to 6. Right now, it's 11 o'clock at night. If you were parked right here, you're perfectly fine.
To me, it just seems crazy because, you know, if it was me, it'd be another story. So
If your sign said 30-minute load unload only and it did not have this time, then yes, you can't be subject to an impound. But because it is timed between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m., that's the only time.
but how do you know if someone's been here 30 minutes or not? You don't know.
I'm sorry, sir?
Like, if I parked here, you wouldn't know if I've been here 30 minutes because you're not watching the car.
We have vehicles that go GPS to a vehicle location. Okay. We also do chalking. We also there's multiple.
Do what?
ways.
Chalking?
Yes.
What?
Chalk.
Oh, because you know, I've parked over here in U District at one of these, and I wasn't there more than 5 minutes. I got a ticket.
Well,
And I tried to explain to the guy I wasn't here 30 minutes, and he says it doesn't matter. You're not unloading and loading. That's what he told me. This is what parking enforcement told me.
so on the back of the ticket, you have 3 boxes on the back. On the back of the ticket, there are 3 boxes. Box number 1 says you come in there fresh and you're still paying the fine. Box number 2 says you come in there fresh and you have circumstances. Box number 3 says you did not commit the offense at all. You want to go to court, and that's what the officer gets paid to go to court.
But you can't win because the system's flawed. They win the minute you try to dispute it, they're in favor of you guys automatically. You guys win automatically. There's no justice. It's
No.
that's
No, I
the
don't
way it
think
works.
so.
I know it. I've been through it. So
Okay, sir.
you have a name and badge number?
Officer Kwan.
Officer Kwan?
Yes, sir.
It's time we start holding our public servants accountable. That's the way the world's gonna start working.
So there's my name.
Okay,
There's my serial number. That's my supervisor's name.
sure.
The phone number's on there. So my office.
Okay.
Our office there.
That's the parking enforcement office.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. Forgot to get your name and badge number.
Just write it down for you.
Sure.
What are you up to tonight anyway, man?
Just holding our public servants accountable, you know, because if it was me, they'd, you know, they'd slam it to me, so.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You've had bad experience there?
Oh, many. Too many.
So, of course, as you saw, he also is not really helping the Auditing America team either end the year or begin the year on a high note. I guess the third eye isn't really helping as much as they thought he was going to, and Bucket Boy is definitely no Will. So they're not doing so hot. You saw that he was sitting there trying to argue with the officer. If I was to sit here, he didn't seem to understand that on the sign it says it's posted between these hours. It's effective. Who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that? As long as he's been driving, he should know this. Why was he trying to argue that with the police officer? That was ridiculous. That was just stupid. He just really showed his stupidity in this video, more so than any other videos, which is saying something, right? All right, so we're gonna move on now. I'm gonna show you a video from Socially Relevant. You might remember her from a live stream I had, and I'm gonna play a segment of this video. And as you guys are watching this segment, I want you guys to listen and then visualize which auditor, and then I want to know which auditor first comes into your head as you're hearing this. As you're hearing this, as you're hearing her explain and talk about, what she's going to talk about. What auditor comes to your mind? I want to see if you guys come up with maybe the same auditor that I came up with or similar auditors. So go ahead and take a listen, guys.
And we try to have also a spirituality. There are a lot of people who do try to do that. There are other people who are all the way on the other end of the spectrum who they don't really think a lot about those things, and from their behavior, it looks like they don't care a lot about those things. And they are the kind that go through their life and they use as many people as they want to use. And in order to do that, they will do things like lie to, a large extent. Some people call it pathological liar. They lie to such enormous extents that it's not the same kind of just little white lies and stuff every now and then as another kind of person. So they will lie at these large extents, and they will pick targets as they go, pick targets to use and use this one for a ride in the car and use this one for sex and everything. And they act as if they don't have a conscience. And you can determine that by seeing the amount of lies that they're telling, and you can also determine that by looking at their victims and seeing how upset, how sad, how broken, etc. their victims are, So I would like to impart a little bit of knowledge, education, and wisdom to you in this video. And one point I would like to make.
Okay, guys, so you heard it. There it is. Which auditor did that sound like to you? Who did that remind you of, if anybody? And why don't we talk about that in the comment section? We can discuss. You have to tell me and I'll say who I did, who you guys thought. Just have a nice, interesting conversation, or a conversation about any of the stories that we've covered here. And as always, hope you guys have a great new year. I hope you guys aren't too hungover. I hope you guys are able to enjoy this first new day, and I hope you're able to keep all of your New Year's resolutions. And I hope you are all blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. All right, guys. Peace.